Everything would go smoothly because you walk through, you practice these plays more than any others.
Can either side establish the run here this afternoon? That's been problematic, and here is the top leading new running back. I think you get the theme of the Texans this year. Yeah.
Inexperienced.
Mills out of the backfield. This is one guy they do think real highly of, and that Adderley to get the pick. Back out there for Davis Mills under center. And he'll hand it off. The nice cutback by the rookie. Pierce out across. Third physical runner and a finisher, James.
Well, a couple weeks ago we had Davis Mills, and he said this is a ground and pound offense. You're trying to run in between those two big tackles, Laramie Tunsil.
He got 3 first-round picks up front, trying to protect Mills today. And that time the defense won the battle. Find your local cancer screening center. Our best wishes to John. And a full recovery for him. They had big 12 rookies and 17 new veterans on the roster on opening day for the Texans, including this guy right here. Pierce running behind another rookie, Troy Hairston, and then taken down by Derwin.
Talked about those rookies, and they're not the once-in-a-generational talent that a guy like Trevor Lawrence or Saquon Barkley gets labeled with. But as you watch number of carries, he only had 100 carries last year.
Lots of stories to be told in the Big Apple. 1st and 10 Texans, down a couple of scores. And a catch for Pierce. Picks
now Joey Bosa talked about that next man up mentality. It seems like everybody's taking that to heart.
The pitch to Pierce. Good blocking on the perimeter, and there he goes. Across midfield, inside the 10, and he'll take it to the house, 75 yards. With a monster Troy Hairston block to Springham.
Talk to Lovie Smith. Are you going to do anything different? Are you doing anything different in practice? Well, he said we're doing the things that we believe in. And if we were going to change everything, that means we didn't have enough belief to begin with. Well, I remember after the very first game of the season, he said, we want Dameon Pierce, rookie out of Central Michigan. What was he doing last year? He was the player of the year in the MAC on defense. So here's a guy who went from defense to offense, strikes down the defense.
Oh, by the way, that was a block on Derwin James. And
Earned
then Pierce, Sables, right there, 34 blue, stood him up. Good push, too, from O.J. Howard out. They had 44 yards rushing through their first 4 drives. How about 7?
You know, that must feel really good for Pierce.
Mills, Pierce. Read right from the get-go by Kenneth Murphy.
That speed receiver right in there.
Pierce, big hole off the right side. Chargers were able to close it up in the yardage so far. The Chargers with a couple of rushing touchdowns, but Dameon
right here.
Pierce, the lone setback, got 3 tight ends along that front line in front of him, but Kyle Van Noy.
Which says, what are my protection problems? Then you come up with the second half game plan.
Pitch to Pierce, weaving his way out to the 35-yard line, and a gain
for the second half. And what you do is you allow Dameon Pierce to get the ball kind of almost in space, where he's not just running up in between the tackles at all.
2nd down and 25. 4 guys coming. It's Pierce. They drop it off underneath, and he's shoved out of bounds by Davis Mills, adjusting. It's been a stingy Charger defense with the exception of the one Dameon Pierce long run for a score. Here is Pierce. He continues to have his career day with the catch.
What you want to be able to do is get in and out of the huddle quickly. So I'm watching the play clock. Get this play in. Pep Hamilton should be ready friend right now. So can't let this thing tick down. Don't let Davis Mills have to spend too much time at the line of scrimmage.
Pierce. Nice move by Dameon. The hesitation and
creative run, a little bit of a draw action. And you're watching the offensive linemen. Their hands are full because the Chargers charging at the line of scrimmage. Most of the linebackers are coming up trying to shoot the gaps, thinking that they're going to the football, especially with Khalil Mack. But when
11 yards per carry, his first career game over 100. Mills to Pierce. He'll come to the side, and it's back to 2 running backs. Pierce following the fullback Hairston, another big block on Derwin James.
75-yard run. I look at this run, I'm watching Nico Collins. It doesn't happen. Yes, the fullback does a great job, but also the blocking down the field on the cornerbacks.
For Houston, Davis Mills so far has been pretty accurate, but not a whole lot of splashy plays, just the one long touchdown run for Dameon Pierce today. Texans looked like they were going to take a knee initially. Now they'll run a play.